Yo, having a slow day today, so I decided I should show you how I make my Minecraft houses. This is gonna be very survival friendly. I'm only gonna use these bunch of shits, and I'll tell you why I use them. Alright, this dark oak log, it's not like it's super easy to find, it really depends where you spawn, but I'm gonna use a bunch of basics shit that you can make in survival very easy, because I see a lot of people making, well, growing up with Minecraft, I see a lot of people making block houses, like, you know, plain one textured houses. It's typically like the day one wooden shack that everyone makes. But, to be honest, if you want to aim a little better, I'll show you how easy it is to aim for a little better. So, first, this is how I do things. My philosophy, same goes for my city and my other creations, is that you gotta know the rules first. You gotta understand why people who know what they're doing tell you certain things, why they follow certain rules, and once you find those rules, you can fucking break them, right? But make sure you understand why they're there first. Then make something unique, because why make something that everyone else already has the same way everyone else tells you to? Oh, when you can make it your own way, and you know, give it your handwriting. If you're gonna do something everyone else has done already, might as well do it differently. So I'm trying to do a frame first, right? Because I'm gonna do a medieval house, since modern isn't actually that fucking difficult. I might do a modern one day though, because it's fun to make modern. Okay, I like to give a frame to the buildings to make it look like they're reinforced. Okay, giving that bit of realism, like, not realism, but plausibility to your structures really helps the quality of the overall structure, because a lot of thought went to it. No, it didn't. But, first, floor must be 4 blocks high. I'd rather it be 4 blocks high, but at least 3, no 2. 2 is sinful, I think everyone already knows that. Alright, but first thing is to give it an interesting shape. You know, lay out the shape of the building you want using the stilts, because these are going to be the supports for the building. Lay out the shape that you want without building anything first, but make sure not to stick to just a square shape, because that's going to give you not much to work with in terms of interestingness. So give it something like this, which is a very basic, goddamn, it's too basic for me. I'm gonna extend it out a little bit. Okay, you can choose the spacing in between each pylon, each column. You can choose the spacing as you want, but typically I go for 3 because it's a sweet spot for houses that aren't too big. So let's go for a basic shape, but you can change shit around according to how you want it, and it just makes the building more exciting. Then I'm gonna put spruce to fill up the spaces in between. The reason is spruce is lighter than the color that I'm using for the supports. Okay, there must be a difference between texture and color for the supports and the flesh of the building, for the lack of a better term. I don't like using the word flesh, but it's important because for, like, when you look at this, you have the idea that this is way more compact, dense, and sturdier than this, which gives the building the illusion that, well, yeah, the illusion that most of the structural support came from these. And it's very important because it adds that feasibility into your builds and make them more believable, and if it makes it more believable, it makes it more quality. Alright, very important. And then for uneven ground, you could choose to do this. Add cobble down below here, just to show that it's built on a solid foundation. Very important. Again, due to all the plausibility. The reason why, it is also very important, the reason why I'm making the walls 1 block in, by the way, in Minecraft scale, each block is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. The reason why I'm putting it a little bit inwards compared to the rest of the pillars is because it gives the building that depth. Like, the structural support is thicker than the actual walls, because everything is the same thickness, right? Except me. But everything is the same thickness. I'm gonna, and then choose your entrance. I'm gonna make my entrance this one. This one will be my entrance. Damn, my throat's dry as a motherfucker right now. There we go. I like to put the stairs over the doors for some reason. It just gives it that depth. Now I'll use this door. In fact, I'll put cobble underneath and then use that door. I'm not gonna put windows in. Choose whatever you want for windows, okay? Give it an interesting shape. I'll speed build this. Super speed. We'll make this quick. I don't want to waste your time. Hopefully this is somehow relaxing to you or something. Or informative. You know, preferably informative. I never pride myself on being relaxing, but some people like my voice. I don't know why. Are you deaf? I don't want to insult you, you're great. I use jungle planks for the floor because it just gives it that little bit of differentiation from the fuck off weather. Okay. It gives it that it gives it a lighter, like a more... Don't use oak! The reason why I don't use oak is because oak is too fucking boring for me now. Minecraft OG moment. Right? Oak has been used so fucking much in normal default survival builds. The majority of people use oak. To the point that oak just becomes so basic bitch now. I'm just not gonna use it. Right? I use jungle. Jungle is similar to oak. It gives that light, delicious texture. Birch is also very good color for flooring. But I just picked jungle this time because I use birch a lot already. Right? I accidentally alt-tab. Let's go. Now we have the bottom floor done. Looks pretty decent. Right? And I have dark oak slab to add to the texture. To add to the support. It makes it look a lot more sophisticated, but make sure not to over detail your homes. But this is just an extra layer of detail I like to add in. Every building I do is dynamically produced. There's a signature handwriting of my architectural style on every single building, but they're never really the same. Something must be different, shape or detail, whatever. But it adds a good amount of detail, and make sure that when you add detail that are on a different layer than the flesh part of the wall, make sure they're a different color, just so your eyes can differentiate them without having to look too hard. It gives depth. It gives a lot of depth. It gives a lot of feel to your houses, okay? And remember, improvisation is a very important skill to have during Minecraft house building as well. Or a lot of things in life, actually. If you can improv, you can do anything. Trust me. Improv is fucking important. Yep, and this is optional. I'm gonna make a second floor for the house. This is optional, but for the second floor of the house, I like to make it jut out more than the first floor. And the reason is, other than getting more interior space on the second floor, which is most likely where you sleep, right? First floor is all like the kitchen, the living room. And the second floor is like, you know, where all your important shit generally is, isn't it? Or maybe the basement, but you know, the basement can be as big as you want it to. But let's say the second floor. This house, I'm only gonna make it the second floor. Do the same thing with the level 1 with the stilts. The supports to show that the whole thing is being held together by a frame, because that's how buildings work. I build really fast, don't I? Oh. Shit, I fucked that one up. Add it here. There we go. Now the frame is done. Look, it looks like we're building a house together. Red Dead Redemption reference. Yep. It looks like we're building an actual house. That's what I meant. Because there's a frame. And when there's a frame, it makes it look realistic. So you add it like that, you add it like that. I like to... This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Let me just flesh out the second level a little. Yep, line it with spruce. That's what I'm supposed to do. Like this, do it fast. I gotta be speed, bitch. Okay, speed. There we go. There we go. Now, do the same thing you did for the first floor. But since it's the second floor, you have leeway to do something like this. If you like plants. And this is what trapdoor is for. It gives more depth to the building. This adds so much to it. You wouldn't believe. Depth is very important because it prevents the house from looking blocky even in Minecraft. There's so much to this now just because of the trapdoor, giving it one tiny bit of layer. The supports of the structure, giving it that reinforced feeling, therefore making it believable. And also having it stick out from the actual wall of the house, which is embedded inside. Giving it that comfort, safety feeling that houses really need. By the way, lighting also is very important. But I reckon you use something like lanterns or something, which is completely okay. It gives off that warm glow of lighting. Like, there's this psychological manipulation that goes into how a place is lit. If it's very dark, it kinda, well, if it's fucking black dark, then it makes me fucking scared, like fight or flight or freeze, right? But if it's like candlelit or something, like, you know how people, oh god, go away. Why does the weather keep coming back? But you know how people like candlelit shit and stuff like that? That's because that particular lighting is more intimate. It puts you into a steady state, of course. It's just like how majority of people cannot fall asleep if the lights are on. It's generally just a, you know, light manipulation. Light's the ultimate emotional manipulator. Am I teaching you architecture? No, I'm not an architect. Okay, by no means I am professional. I do things my own way. But like I said, it's good to do things your own way. Just make sure you take into account what other people tell you. Because other people's words are always just as valid as yours. But it's your choice whether or not you want or need to follow them. You never ever need to follow them though. It's what you want, okay? For example, if someone tells you something that you don't particularly like, then you choose not to follow it. If it turns out that it was a better option in the end to follow it, and that's determined only by you, then so be it, you were wrong. But you can always choose now to follow them again. As long as you're alive, there's always a second chance. Remember that, please. Okay, there are a lot of people experiencing problems that come to me and tell me about how they feel so fucking lost and in the deep end. And you know what? I get it. You know, and it's good to feel like shit every now and then. It's good to tell yourself, I might as well just fucking die. But never go through with it. Inevitably, life will get you down like shit, but as long as you stay alive, every single day that you're alive is another loot box opened with no cost, okay? Okay, I won't say that, but, you know, sometimes staying alive could be less than desirable and it takes a lot out of you, but remember that every single day is a new loot box. You don't know what you're getting, but you keep getting them until something good happens. Just believe in that, and every bad experience that you ever have builds you as a person, and you know, it's basically medals. Medal of honor. If you go through bad shit, if you go through enough bad shit, it's like you're wearing badges as you go around, and in turn you could be a guiding star for somebody else that needs help now, which gives you a level of satisfaction that is unrivaled, really. It's kind of like doing a job. Yep. And then you can help people that were stuck in a pickle like you are. So now that the second floor is done, I'm gonna leave the windows blank. Just so you get the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want with the windows. This is how I do roofs, and you don't have to follow me, but this is how I do roofs. Okay? I measure it out like this first. Let me set the time. Gotta like this. Okay, I'm gonna like I do steep at first, and then the incline gets smoother as you go down. This takes a little bit of measuring, but it's not too difficult. Alright. Now, first of all, just mark out how the roof would look like. Then you'll be fine. Mark out the roof first. Huh. Nah, like this is fine. Then good. Now you know how the roof generally look like. And do the same for this side as well. Make your job easier. Alright, same height. Or same elevation, if you want to use that term. Then Oh wait, no, wrong. Boop. Yep, I make errors. By the way, I improvise as well. I had no plans for this video. I just kind of go. So, like, dude, doing one edited video every single day was taking the fucking wind out of me. As much as I love doing it, I better not lose the fact that this isn't a job and more of a hobby and like a friendship, right? Never gonna make this a fucking job. Well, it might be my fucking living, but who knows? I'm not betting on it. So stick one out from the wall of the house, okay? Stick one out from the wall of the house. This is what I like to do. And then every 2 meters, aka 2 blocks, just go one more outward, so it has this Viking like sharp appearance, which I think is kind of cool. It gives the house that sharpness that it really needed. Basically, the stronger a house generally looks, the more psychologically safe you feel in it, right? So if I give it that curve like that, it makes it look stronger. It makes it look stronger to me. Because it's confident. It makes the house look more confident. That's a really weird fucking thing to... Gee, the rain is actually scaring me now. I get very paranoid at late times of the day, by the way, and because of time zones and I'm Asian, it's fucking 3? Like, almost 3 AM? I don't keep track of the time, I'm a fucking degenerate. But, makes me scared. I get very paranoid. Like, oh god, there's a demon behind me. God forbid! Do you know, Asian households typically always believe that if you have depression, it's a demon or something possessing you. Well, I experienced that firsthand. Oh, did it go out like that? Did I make it go out? No. Wait, 2, 2, 2. Did I fuck something up? I wouldn't know if I fucked something up. What the fuck did I do wrong? Ah, okay. I just did one extra, didn't I? Well, whatever. Little errors like that confuse the shit out of me. Minecraft. But I like Minecraft because it gives you the tools to express yourself in a way that doesn't require, like, there's no rules in Minecraft. You express yourself in your way. It gives you the tools to decide your own job. It gives you a sense of strength that maybe a lot of people don't actually have. You know? It's important to not it's important to not let power get into your head, but feeling a lack of power, aka helplessness, can also be very unhealthy. But yeah, mark the roof out with the shape of the house that you have below. Ow. My fucking kneecaps. Go up here. It's a very unprofessional tutorial, isn't it? Can you even call this a tutorial? What's up, guys? It's moist critical. Yup. Man, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I fucked up the house just a little bit. No, I didn't fuck it up. Sometimes the house gets character, looking wacky as shit. Have you ever seen Ghibli films and how their shit's kinda, you know, wacky sometimes? Sometimes it's its charm. Haven't you learned that already? You know? Sometimes things don't have to be perfect. They are perfect through the imperfections. And the imperfections give them charm. Because none of us are perfect. There are always things that we'd rather improve. We're never always at the final destination. You know? And like I said with the bad experiences, everything builds you up as a person. You are your consciousness, your personality is a collective of your past experiences. That's why I never believed that wiping someone's memory was a good thing, because you essentially wipe a part of their personality. Maybe even killing the person in the process. Because the person who lost the past 5 days of life, for example, might not be the same person ever again. Because that 5 days was a lot of... I saw my own shadow in there, and it absolutely... It fucked up my heart. Like, my heart rate just went up like 5 times. I hate being alone. Oh my fucking goodness. Yeah. It's kinda lonely, isn't it? Being at night, 3 AM, playing Minecraft. The boys don't play Minecraft anymore. That house looks great so far. So, other than the fact that I'm scared shitless of my own house now, make the supports go up to touch the roof. It's very important. Okay. And while you're at it, might as well God damn, I added way more than I thought I did. Ah, okay. Might as well extend the roof on this side to meet standards of sorts. Yep, stretch the roof on this side. It's gonna be a little bit uneven, but to be honest, just improvise. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. As long as you're happy with it, okay? Okay. Having one off like that isn't good. Like this is fine. I know it's a little bit uneven, but it has that charm. It has a charm. Oh, okay, never mind. He's keeping me company. I'm not scared anymore. Alright. Don't growl at me, you piece of shit. Oh, yeah. Very important. Fill in... It's a little bit imperfect, but who cares? You know, your house is perfect in its imperfection. Fill in that little bit of gap. Go away, rain. The rain is actually encroaching on me more than usual. I'm scared. I get scared easy for fucking self-proclaimed tomboy. I don't know, I feel like one. Totally lines up with me though. Shit. Shut up, don't growl at me. What's that lava pit over there? It looks like a fucking portal to the sun dimension. Alright, we've filled this place up. Just like how I want to be filled up, but I never got filled up. Not yet. Ah, the house looks great. I'm not gonna do the interior because feel free to do whatever the fuck you want with the interior yourself. Let's say that green, aka the nature's green, is a very that color is very largely contrasted from the usual human architecture, but adds a lot because we have gotten used to adding plants to our scenery. Therefore, it's not unusual. So it's a very good way to add color to your builds, regardless of what the fuck you're making. Plants just work, okay? Even in modern housing. And you know what I encourage? People like to make, people like to tell you to build on a flat plane like this. But honestly, you can build anywhere. One of my favorite things to do, and one of my favorite things about humanity as well, is to build build in a location as weird as possible. Just to see how your architecture fits into the environment naturally. And humanity is very good at that kind of stuff. Adapting. That's why I find it so charming. And so if you can build on a cliff, if you can build a cliffside village and make it look plausible, congratulations, you've done something that most people haven't done. You know? Don't just do the same thing, the same way, the same style everyone else is doing. Unless you want to do it and it's fine. But if you want to stand out, try to do something just a little bit different. And it's very easy. Look in the corners where people don't look. And I hope you're happy with this very basic house. It's definitely way better than something you start out with. And it's very fucking survival friendly. I used one pallet of blocks. So, yeah, be careful not to over detail as well. I think this is just good enough. So, thank you for watching. And I hope I said everything I needed to say. I tend to forget. But, subscribe if you wanna and you are not. Like or dislike. And if you dislike it, tell me why the fuck you dislike it. Because I'm always trying to improve, so... I hope this was somehow helpful or relaxing. I'm gonna go now because it's tiring to be alive.